Hi everyone, welcome to KMM channel. September 8, Global Literacy Day. This day is to spread awareness about the importance of literacy, but unfortunately, still 733 million youths and adults are lacking the skills even today. As such, it's the duty of every human to endorse campaigns to improve the statistical graph of literacy and ensure 100% achievement in this field. The aim of literacy is to create a human-centered recovery, narrowing the digital divide. KMM has risen to meet the challenge by taking the initiative to imprint in the minds of all the significance of being literate, with special focus on the interplay of skills. As such, we have with us Mr. Sabil Umar, Excellence Catalyst, winner of 3 national and 4 international awards, to advocate the same and communicate with you all. Our immense gratitude for his contribution to the society and for tying up with us despite his busy schedule. Thank you.
Happy World Literacy Day to all netizens around. This day is celebrated to mark the importance of literacy and to remind that literacy is a right. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, declared September 8 as International Literacy Day in 1966. Today, literacy is the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate and compute using printed and written materials associated with varying contexts. If I can depict a verse for literacy, the concept, it would be, age cannot wither, nor customs tell her infinite variety. If you go deep into it, we can see how much time you spend on literacy, you can never feel the color is faded away. At the same time, the more closer you go, you never feel like the freshness is lacking. That means you always get the warmth of its freshness. These lines, taken from the play Antony and Cleopatra, written by William Shakespeare, the renowned writer, written on a beautiful lady, what rest can be the best synonym for such a concept, literacy? I take this opportunity to place on record my sincere appreciation, admiration, adoration attributable to the contribution of a set of people who is behind the school, KMM English School in Puthanpalli. They made a concept, an initiative, a gesture which is a part of literacy. A vision with a mission and a mission with a vision. And because of that, I'm here giving this video. Special mention to the school, the current management, the English department, and especially the department head, Madam Jayashree, who has requested me for this video. Once you learn to read, you will be forever free, wrote Frederick Douglass in the 19th century, an emancipated black American slave, champion of the abolitionist cause and author of several books. This call for emancipation through reading and more generally by mastering basic skills, literacy and numeracy has universal scope. Now, literacy is the first step towards freedom, towards liberation from social and economic constraints. It is a prerequisite for development, both individual and collective. It reduces poverty, inequality, creates wealth, and helps to eradicate problems of nutrition and public health. Since the times of Frederick Douglass, and particularly in recent decades, considerable progress has been made in all regions of the world. And millions of men and women have been lifted from ignorance, darkness, and dependency through a broad-based movement of literacy and the democratization of access to education. However, the prospect of a world in which every individual has fundamental knowledge remains an ideal. Today, worldwide, more than 260 million children and adolescents are not enrolled in school. 6 out of 10 children and adolescents, around 615 million, do not acquire the minimum skills in literacy and numeracy. 750 million young people and adults still cannot read and write, and among them, 2/3 are women. These seriously debilitating shortcomings led to a de facto exclusion from society and perpetuate a spiral of social inequalities and gender inequalities. A new challenge is now being added to this, a world in flux, where the pace of technological innovation is continuously accelerating in order to find a place in society, get a job, respond to social, economic, and environmental challenges. Traditional literacy and numeracy skills are no longer enough. New skills, including information, communication technology, are becoming more necessary. The words like AI, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and so on. Preparing young people and adults for jobs, the majority of which have not yet been invented. It's a challenge still. Accessing lifelong learning, taking advantage of pathways between different forms of training and benefiting from greater opportunities for mobility has thus become indispensable. Now, the theme of this year's International Day, Literacy Day, is literacy and skills development. And this focuses on this evolving approach to education. UNESCO is actively engaged in redefinition of literacy policies and encourages innovative educational practices. It also supports various forms of public and private sector cooperation, since only a comprehensive understanding of the education course can enable an appropriate response to the needs of a world that seems to be reinventing itself every day. Now, the word skills, which is a part of this year's theme, if I give some pressure to this small word skills, I can take, or rather, it's my duty to find out some words, extract some words from this word skills, skills. When I extracted, I got these words out of this spelling of this word, skills. And it is, the first S stands for seeking. And the K stands for knowledging. I stands for inspiring. L stands for leading. Next L stands for learning. And the last S stands for socializing. Just go through these words. Seeking, knowledging, inspiring, leading, learning, and socializing. Think. Seeking, or rather thriving to get into something. Knowledging, getting the wisdom. Inspiring, rather self-inspiring and others. Leading yourself for that purpose. Leading a team. Leading yourself too. Learning, and that is something which is keeping you every time moving. And always you have seeking, knowledging, inspiring, leading and learning, and henceforth get it socialized. And this 6 words will be my giveaway for you through this video. Seeking, knowledging, inspiring, leading, learning, and socializing. The words I extracted from the single word skills. Take it with you throughout your life. And I'm sure this International Day, I call all the stakeholders in the world of education, specifically the group from KMM English School and beyond, because It is a cause that concerns us all to mobilize so that the deal and the ideal of a fully literate global society becomes more of a reality. With the famous lines of Benjamin Franklin, I would sign off. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you're dead or rotten, if you would not be forgotten as soon as you're dead or rotten, do something worth writing or write something worth reading. Do something worth writing or write something worth reading. The last word is important. Read. Read for a cause. Let's all embrace the concept of literacy and work on the acronym skills. Thank you. Masalam.